Hello and welcome to I've Seen Everything, where the name is ironic and the reactions are... Hello everyone, my name's Andrew and welcome to our second week of our Halloween horror reactions, and this week we have one I have not seen before. We have a first time reaction, one that my sister is going to be very happy that I'm doing because she is a fan of this movie, has been for a long time, and wanted me to see it long time ago. Never made it around to it. Why? Don't know. But here we are to watch American Psycho here today. What do I know about American Psycho? Not much of anything. I know that it of course stars Christian Bale as a character named Patrick Bateman. I know that it takes place in the 80s. I know that Huey Lewis in the News features prominently, in one particular scene at least. Gonna have fun making that scene work without the music. As far as I know, what this basically is a critique of corporate life in the 80s, or probably corporate life now as well. Just as highly competitive nature between people over details that are seemingly unimportant. Those little things that people can hyper focus on as far as if someone's doing better than them in a certain regard or not. I have seen certain things from this movie. I've avoided the big stuff. I have seen, at least a long time ago, I think the business card scene, but it just leans into this idea. Is your boss technically a psychopath? Are the people that you work with technically psychopaths? People who are pretty brutal and uncaring in the way that they operate, and how cutthroat this world can be. And for this, it seems like it just takes that to its most extreme end. Like, instead of just saying, hey, the business world is cutthroat, what if it actually was? What if someone was actually a psychopath and was actually killing people within that world? Who knows? All of this is speculation on my part. You know already. You've seen the movie. That's why you're here. Thank you for watching, by the way. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. But rather than have me speculate all day, how about we just watch the freaking movie? Real quick before we get going, I want to invite you to check out the Patreon. The full-length reaction to this movie is already available over there. There's full-length reactions to other movies I've done, full-length reactions to exclusive television shows over there, all kinds of stuff. I really hope you go check it out. And if you consider becoming a patron, I really appreciate it. Any support you offer over there or over here is all greatly appreciated. And speaking of over here, if you'd be so kind as to go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button down there, click the bell so you can see when I'm putting out new videos. That is all I have, folks. That's all I have to say before we get to watching the year 2000's psychological horror comedy, American Psycho. Here we go. Very delicate drops of blood. I mean, you don't usually want to see blood and white together. It doesn't, it's not a good mix.
Our pasta this evening is squid ravioli in a lemongrass broth, with goat cheese profiteroles, and I also have an arugula Caesar salad for entrees this evening.
Yeah, I don't know if a restaurant like this would be quite my vibe. I probably would opt for somewhere a bit more relaxed.
Why aren't we at doors yet? Because Bateman won't give the maitre d'.
Well, he doesn't seem to be a raving psychopath, at least not offhand, but who can tell among this company?
Lucky bastard. Lucky bastard.
Oh, great. Anti-Semitism.
Cool it with the anti-Semitic remarks.
Oh, I forgot. Bateman's dating someone from the ACLU.
Well, Patrick Bateman apparently doesn't like racism, or anti-Semitism specifically, but it's an interesting turn, at least initially here.
I want to stab you to death and then play around with your blood.
Oh, so now we're seeing it come out. And I'm assuming that had to be in his head. Otherwise, there would have been a considerable reaction. But it shows you that we're not developing to him wanting to kill people. He already wants to kill people and imagines killing people. The only question is, has he yet? Has it actually happened?
I live in the American Gardens building on West 81st Street.
Oh, we're going to have voiceover.
I believe in taking care of myself, in a balanced diet, and a rigorous exercise routine. In the morning, if my face is a little puffy, I'll put on an ice pack while doing my stomach crunches.
I'm getting a vibe that I think I'm gonna like this part, the voiceover, as long as they do it well. VO in movies is difficult to do sometimes, but if it's like a Train Spotting or Fight Club kind of voiceover situation, that's a great touch. I like that.
Water-activated gel cleanser. Then a honey almond body scrub. And on the face, an exfoliating gel scrub.
And it makes sense also if, based on what the character is that we're dealing with, if so much of the violent and disturbing stuff is going to be happening in his head while he's around other people. There's not really another way to effectively do that, so that makes a lot of sense.
There is an idea of a Patrick Bateman, some kind of abstraction, but there is no real me, only an entity.
I was going to say, he seems to be a creation rather than a person. I wonder if the book goes into more detail, or maybe this movie will, if there's any kind of a story as to how he became this way. Maybe they would rather keep it mysterious. Maybe it doesn't matter. I am going to have to mute a lot of music in here, and I apologize. I enjoy walking on sunshine just as much as anyone else.
You look nice today.
Don't wear that outfit again.
You don't like this, I take it.
Come on, you're prettier than that. And high heels. I like high heels.
Jeez, what a toxic, disgusting relationship. Especially considering the way she plays into it. She said, you look nice today, and he immediately said, don't wear that dress again. Some of this is the toxic and disgusting nature of this person, and some of this is just, unfortunately, the 80s. It's ridiculous.
I'm trying to listen to the new Robert Palmer tape, but Evelyn, my supposed fiancée...
Reese Witherspoon is his fiancée. I was unaware he had a fiancée in this movie.
We should do it.
Do what?
Get married, have a wedding.
No, I can't take the time off work.
Not I want to get married or don't want to get married. I can't take the time off of work.
I'm on the verge of tears by the time we arrive at a spas, since I'm positive we won't have a decent table.
On the verge of tears for not having a decent table. Wow.
Timothy Bryce and Evelyn are having an affair. I'm having an affair with Courtney Rawlinson, her closest friend.
So he has the perfect structure, including a fiancé he doesn't really care about, and a mistress that he doesn't really care about either. Just all for appearances, or just all because this is the way it's supposed to be. As he said, he's trying to fit in.
We have to end apartheid, slow down the nuclear arms race, stop terrorism, world hunger, and shelter for the homeless.
So all of his social issues that he supposedly supports are all performative, like everything else about him. He takes these overtly liberal positions because he doesn't really have a position, just to seem like someone that has passion among other shallow people. Okay. He walked quickly just to catch up to her.
Hello?
Hello.
What an awkward tension. I can't tell if she thought he was attractive or if she was just worried that he was trying to do something.
I can only get these sheets in Santa Fe. These are very expensive sheets, and
If you don't shut your mouth, I will kill you.
I wonder if we're ever going to, like in situations like that, I imagine he didn't actually say that, but it's just going to be laced in there what he's actually thinking. His aggressive and violent thoughts laced into there.
Listen, you're dating Lewis. He's in Arizona. You're me, and we haven't made plans. What could you possibly be up to tonight?
Wow. He just doesn't slow down for 2 seconds, does he? And everything is a transactional relationship. Everything.
Pumpkin, you're dating a tumbling weed.
Patrick, stop calling me Pumpkin, okay?
Thinking towards you.
We go from him blowing off the other lady to her blowing him off until she hears the nice place that he's going to take her to, which also shows you how shallow she is. All while he's casually watching porn in the background.
Is it possible to reserve a table?
I think he might want to kill the reservation guy.
Just two perfect children.
She's barely able to stay conscious.
Are we here?
Yeah.
How did he get her to the table, I wonder?
You're gonna have the peanut butter soup with smoked duck and mashed squash. And then the red snapper with violets and pine nuts. I think that'll follow nicely.
That's probably why he likes her. He wants control. She's too out of it most of the time to care about what he's doing, so he can control everything.
Hello, Halberstram.
Alan has mistaken me for this d***head Marcus Halberstram. Does the same exact thing I do.
So they're all pompous and detached, and nothing really matters anyway, although every little tiny thing matters.
What, Friday? No can do. I got an 8:30 res at Dorsey. Great.
They're all kind of facades of people. I mean, he might have more disturbing things going on.
New card.
Look at that.
Picked them up from the printers yesterday.
Good coloring.
That's bone.
It's very cool, Bateman, but that's nothing.
That's the funny thing about this scene. How many white business cards, plain white business cards with just text on them can you have? And sit here and pick apart the tiniest differences between the two of them.
You ain't seen nothing yet. Raised lettering,
Pale nimbus, white.
Wow. I haven't seen nothing yet. I don't know if I'll be able to sleep tonight. That was so exciting.
Let's see Paul Allen's card. Look at that subtle off-white coloring. The tasteful thickness of it.
It's interesting that these guys are wealthy and powerful people, presumably, but this whole thing is really pathetic.
Oh my God. It even has a watermark.
Oh my God, it even has a watermark. Is a thought that's never crossed my mind.
Pat Bateman, you want some money?
Why don't you get a job?
So he acted like he was going to give him money, and then he's giving him a lecture instead.
You gotta get your act together. I'll help you.
You are so kind, mister. You're kind.
He's not kind. He's controlling, and he's one of the most toxic people to exist, probably.
Al, I'm sorry. I don't have anything in common with you.
I'm wondering if we're about to see him make his first kill, although I'm wondering about those sheets, too. Yeah. So he just murdered somebody in an alley. He killed a dog, which is horrific also. Was he always going to kill him? Like, did he go up to him specifically to kill him? Or was he really that volatile that he was going to help him and then he decided to kill him?
I feel lethal, on the verge of frenzy. I think my mask of sanity is about to slip.
Yeah, it's not much of a mask of sanity. You're right on the edge. Even just in what you've shown other people.
Is Alan still handling the Fisher account?
Of course, who else?
So, is he going to get jealous that Paul Allen is moving in on his mistress?
What does Mr. Grinch want for Christmas? And don't say breast implants again.
Oh, great. Classy guy. Not surprising at this point, though.
We should have dinner.
Maybe you could bring,
Cecilia?
Yes, Cecilia.
Patrick, why is he calling you Marcus?
Mistletoe alert.
I'm wondering if at this point he's already decided he wants to kill him, and he wants him to think he's Marcus, so that people will think Marcus did it if anyone gets wise.
We should have gone to Dorsia. I could have gotten us a table.
Nobody goes there anymore.
Yeah, I think he wants to kill him, because I think he took him here specifically because nobody they would know would be here.
Evelyn goes out with that loser Patrick Bateman. What a dork.
Yeah, he really has him twisted up. Yep. We're here. I haven't watched the scene, but I know what it looks like.
You like Huey Lewis in the news?
I thought he was going to have to work up to this. I thought this was going to be a bigger thing for him. We're not very far into the movie.
The whole album has a clear, crisp sound and a new sheen of consummate professionalism
Wow.
that really gives the songs a big boost.
He was prepared. Like, this is not spur of the moment at all. He's got paper down. He's got this plastic coat to cover his clothes. He has an axe.
Why are there copies of the style section all over the place? Is that a raincoat?
Yes, it is.
I also don't know if newspaper is going to be great for blood. Not that I'm trying to help him out here.
I think their undisputed masterpiece is Hip to Be Square. A song so catchy, most people...
His frantic energy here is off-putting, for sure, for what's about to happen.
Hey, Paul!
Ooh.
Start getting a renovation dork in now, you stupid bastard!
He's leaving evidence on him. Oh, jeez. It is amazing how viscerally violent a scene they can create without actually showing you what he's doing. You don't see the axe hit him once. You just see his rage and the blood splattering up on him. So I'm getting the sense that the sheets, what was in the sheets was blood, and that he's been killing for a while. Although he is trailing blood through the lobby.
Patrick, is that you?
No, Lewis, it's not me. You're mistaken.
Of all the people that he could run into while he's disposing of a body.
Where did you get that overnight bag?
Jean-Paul Gaultier.
Yeah, I'm thinking Lewis is probably going to meet a not great end in this movie as well.
I used the keys I took from his pocket before disposing of the body. Paul's apartment overlooks the park, and it's obviously more expensive than mine.
So he's already disposed of the body? Do we just gloss over how he went about that? He was in a cab in New York with blood leaking out of a bag.
It's time for Paul to take a little trip.
I mean, I know the doorman wasn't paying attention to much, but they're going to eventually notice blood on the floor in the lobby. Also, not wearing gloves, Patrick.
Hi, this is Paul. Been called away to London for a few days. Meredith, I'll call you when I get back. Hasta la vista, baby.
And I don't know how convincing that was. It kind of does all tie to this idea of him being meticulous, but part of him, I think, wants to get caught because he's falling apart, starting to come apart at the seams.
Detective Donald Kimball?
Tell him I'm at lunch.
It's only 10:30. I think he knows you're here.
Send him in, I guess.
And he can see you through the window, probably. The anxiety that what he thinks was his so carefully laid plan has fallen apart.
So, what's the topic of discussion?
I've been hired by Meredith Powell to investigate the disappearance of Paul Allen.
So your hastily packed bag and message on the tape did not work. They believe he has disappeared.
So, what's the topic of discussion?
The disappearance of Paul Allen.
Right.
If he's trying to appear calm, he is failing to do so. Amazingly so.
Where did Paul hang out?
Let me think. The Newport, Harry's, Flutie's, Indochine, Nell's, the Cornell Club, the New York Yacht Club.
I think that he has some sense that Patrick is involved, because why would Patrick be the person to know all of this stuff? But Patrick is also incriminating himself by knowing probably more than he should have about Paul.
Stephen Hughes said he saw him at a restaurant there, but I checked it out, and what happened is he mistook a Herbert Ainsworth for Paul, so...
They're all so common to each other. They get mistaken all the time by each other. They're all striving for the same ideal, so they're almost indiscernible.
One day someone's walking around, going to work, alive, and then nothing. People just disappear.
The earth just opens up and swallows them.
He, I think, is playing him pretty effectively, getting him to talk too much, which doesn't take much considering he's, again, kind of coming apart at the seams, but...
If anything else occurs to you, any information...
Absolutely, I'm 100% with you.
Great. Thanks for your time, Mr. Bateman.
I wonder if this does end with him actually getting arrested, or if he just continues getting away with this, or if he ends up killing this detective. And then also the dynamic of him working out or conducting business while watching either porn or like horrific, like horror type stuff.
You want to come to my apartment or not?
I'm not supposed to, but I can make an exception.
She's not supposed to, meaning she's just supposed to do whatever out there on the street, I guess. But he wants to have her isolated.
20s blonde who does couples. I'm Paul. My name's Paul Allen. You got that?
Oh. He's using this to set up an alibi. I did not understand that. I mean, it makes sense, I guess, if he's getting nervous. But I don't think that this is necessarily going to work.
You've arrived. How lovely. Let me take your coat. I'm Paul. How good of you to come.
This is the second time he's taken on the identity of someone else in this movie.
Not quite blonde, are you? More dirty blonde. I'm going to call you Sabrina. I'm Paul Allen.
I mean, I would say that he's just trying to convince other people that Paul Allen is a douchebag, but he's that way himself already, so.
So, don't you want to know what I do?
No. No, not really.
He's personally insulted that they don't care about what he does. Why do I get the sense this is going to end with him murdering both of them?
Been a big Genesis fan. I think Invisible Touch is the group's undisputed masterpiece.
I thought he was getting ready to kill them. There's too much of a parallel to when he turned on the music before he killed Paul Allen.
You can practically hear every nuance of every instrument.
He's going to film it. How is that going to help him?
Christy, get down on your knees so Sabrina can see your Phil Collins' solo career seems to be more commercial.
The disturbing juxtaposition between him trying to have pleasant social conversation and graphic sexual acts happening. Well, I thought this was an attempt to clear his name or to like set Paul Allen up with something or some kind of alibi, but shooting video of it, it's going to kind of blow a big hole right through the middle of any attempt for that to happen. They're not going to think you're Paul Allen on the video.
Don't touch the watch.
He was awake enough to tell her not to touch his watch.
We're not through yet.
He's a horrible, disgusting human being who just did terrible things to those women. From a perspective of somebody who's trying not to get caught, he should not have let them leave at the same time. They're going to talk. He's going to break through all the details he was trying to set up here, but I guess it's all falling apart anyway.
Do you know what Ed Gein said about women? One part of me wants to take her out, talk to her.
What the other part of him think?
What her head would look like on a stick.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's the part I'm not understanding, is that just more and more and more he's falling apart. He's not able to keep it under wraps.
I decided to get a new one, too.
Yeah, that might be enough to seal Carruthers' fate. Patrick Bateman has a thing for business cards, or anything that he sees as better than him. Anything he can be competitive about. And honestly, I don't think he has any idea why. Like he was talking about in the beginning, he's more of a facade of a person than a person. Why does he care anyway? Yeah, I suspected that was the case. How does someone in Patrick's very disturbed mindset handle this, I wonder? He's washing his gloved hands.
Patrick!
What is it?
Where are you going?
I've got to return some videotape.
He got scared out of killing Carruthers because he realized that Carruthers is gay, and that freaked him out. I guess homophobia is stronger than psychopathic tendencies in this universe.
Do you remember where you were the night of Paul's disappearance?
Yeah, circling closer and closer to him.
I had a date with a girl named Veronica.
That's not what I've got.
I think that he's suspected him from the beginning. At least after that first meeting, he probably got a weird vibe off of him.
How about lunch in a week or so, when I've sorted out all this information?
Great, yes, I'd like that.
I'm really starting to wonder if Patrick's going to kill him.
Huey Lewis in the news. I just bought it on my way here. You heard it?
Never. I mean, I don't really like singers.
Not a big music fan, huh?
Huey's too black sounding for me.
Okay, a little racism injected there. I think that just as much as anything else indicates how much he's losing it. There was no reason for him to say he doesn't like Huey Lewis. That's not a lead.
Will you call me before Easter?
Maybe.
What are you doing tonight?
Dinner at a River Cafe.
He said earlier that he's never had or doesn't have any emotion as far as he can tell. Is he trying to feel things? Or is he just kind of going through the motions because he doesn't know what else to do? Is his killing people a way to try to feel things?
Patrick,
Yes, Courtney?
if I don't see you before Easter, have a nice one, okay?
I'm starting to wonder if Courtney is not going to make it. And not from Patrick, but from her own vices. She doesn't seem to be in a good place.
Patrick?
Yeah?
Nothing.
Like, I'm getting the sense this might be the last time she and Patrick see each other.
Dyslexia is a virus.
But who knows? They don't know that. Prove it.
It is strange that they keep going to clubs like this. It doesn't really feel like they're seen. But again, for Patrick, maybe it's just... He just seems to keep doing more and more intense things to try to feel something.
Keep it down. I'm trying to do drugs.
That was one of the best lines of the movie. You keep it down. I'm trying to do drugs.
Sorry, dude. Steroids. Okay, let's do it.
There's a line of people for the bathroom trying to do drugs. Welcome to the 80s. Or at least this caricature of it.
Murders and executions mostly.
Mergers and acquisitions.
That's what I thought she'd think he said. Or what maybe he really said.
You think I'm dumb. You think all models are dumb.
I really don't.
That's okay. I don't mind.
I think that Patrick is about to have another spontaneous kill. And this poor woman got in the wrong cab. And he has a lock of her hair. Maybe not. Maybe she got out alive. Who knows at this point?
Jean,
Yes, Patrick?
would you like to accompany me to dinner if you're not doing anything?
No, I don't have any plans.
She seems to be enamored with him. Like, she's put up with all his BS, and she's still, like, kind of starry-eyed over him.
What about Dorcia?
Dorsey is a bit of a sore spot for him, although he did say to say anywhere.
Dorcia, yes? Yeah, can you take 2 tonight at, well, let's say 9 o'clock? Oh, we're totally booked. Really? That's great. No.
Why don't you meet me at my place at 7?
Okay, that's the plan. What is going... Okay, first of all, I think Jean is walking into a very dangerous situation. And second of all, what is Jean's deal with Patrick?
Sorbet?
I guess the model didn't make it.
I don't want to ruin your willpower.
That's all right. I'm not very good at controlling it anyway.
That is an incredibly true statement based on what we've seen from Patrick so far.
What do you really want to do with your life?
I'd like to travel and maybe go back to school, but I don't really know.
I wonder if she had given a good answer, like she had like really great plans. Like, is he considering whether or not he's going to kill her?
Are you seeing anyone? I mean, seriously?
Maybe. I don't know. Not really.
And she works for him. How does she not know he's engaged? Unless he's just that compartmentalized.
Did you know that Ted Bundy's first dog was named Lassie?
Who's Ted Bundy?
Forget it.
I'm sensing that Ted Bundy is a hero of his in a sick sort of way.
Have you ever wanted to make someone happy?
No, put it in the carton. I'm looking for,
Ooh, jeez. Wow. I did not expect... I mean, I should have. He's messing with all kinds of stuff. But the tension of this scene is crazy.
Anyway, you never called me and you said you would, and I'll leave a message for...
See, that's the thing. She knows who Jean is. How does Jean not know that he's engaged?
I don't think I can control myself.
I know I have a tendency to get involved with unavailable men.
It is strange seeing her still being so kind to him when he was moments from killing her.
Do you want me to go?
I think if you stay, something bad will happen.
I say it's a virtual certainty.
I think I might hurt you. You don't want to get hurt, do you?
He's actually being very honest. He's just not being more detailed about what he means, but...
I should go.
Is this him feeling some kind of mercy somehow?
Don't forget you have a lunch date tomorrow with Donald Kimball at Smith & Walensky's.
Thanks. It slipped my mind completely.
I wonder what that was. That is one of the only times I've seen him show restraint this whole movie. The rest of it has been him slowly falling apart.
Not sure. I had a shower.
He wasn't even looking as he was salting his steak.
According to his date book, he had dinner with Marcus Halberstram. I questioned him.
Well, does Marcus have an alibi?
Yes. I checked it out. It's clean.
It is again, this really weird psychology of he feels like he's so meticulous and so prepared, but he's really not. He's really reckless. He didn't count on the idea Marcus would actually have an alibi for where he was.
Anyway, I'm pretty sure he'll turn up sooner or later. To think that one of his friends killed him for no reason whatsoever would be too ridiculous.
I can't tell if he knows and if he's playing with him. If he is, he's doing an excellent job, better than he could realize, of playing right into his psychology, his messed up psychology.
I'm not so sure about this. I had to go to emergency after last time.
This won't be anything like last time. Just come in the limo and talk to me for a minute. Driver's here. Be safe.
That's very sad. Exploiting someone's need for money who's on the street when you abused him the previous time.
My friend told me I should maybe even get a lawyer.
Here's a check.
She told him, or he told her his name was Paul Allen last time. Yeah, she shouldn't get back in the car. She really shouldn't. But unfortunately, she's going to.
It's Christy. I'm meeting a friend of mine, Elizabeth. You'll like her.
Why do I now get the sense that it's going to be exactly like last time, or worse?
What do you do?
She's my cousin.
Uh-huh.
I would just like to see the two of you get it on.
Patrick, you're a lunatic.
More than you realize. And I don't know what this woman's actual name is, but she's getting PTSD from last time already, I'm sure.
You're telling me you've never gotten it on with a girl?
You're making me feel weird.
I think it's whatever he put in your drink that's making you feel weird.
The Whitney Houston's debut LP, called simply Whitney Houston, had 4 #1 singles on it.
We're back to talking about music while we're doing intense stuff again. A murder, and then 2 sexual encounters, one of which was very violent.
It's hard to choose a favorite among so many great tracks, but The Greatest Love of All is one of the best, most powerful songs ever written.
Where is he getting all this from? Because this kind of comes off like his political beliefs, kind of rehearsed. Or does he actually feel this stuff about the music he listens to?
Important message. Crucial, really. That's beautifully stated on the album.
It feels almost like he heard that somewhere and memorized it. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't really have emotions or a personality. He just kind of steals from all these other places. It's very smart. I don't know if she's going to be able to get out of there, but it's very smart. Oh, yeah, run. I don't know what he was doing under there, but... I have no idea where we are, but obviously he's been here a while. Get out. Run. Jesus. Went from a disturbing sexual encounter to a house of horrors in like 2 seconds. And where is he? Where is he that he's running around naked, bloody with a chainsaw? I have a bad feeling. I mean, we suspend disbelief for the movie a bit on that. I don't think that would have happened, but man. I feel bad for her. I feel bad for any of them, but I feel bad for her. She didn't want to go back with him again, and she shouldn't have got back in the car. But man, I was hoping she was going to get out of there.
I need to engage in homicidal behavior on a massive scale. I have no other way to fulfill my needs.
Is he keeping a separate apartment to do that? Is that what that is? I don't know. I'm still shaky from that. I'm just trying to piece it all together.
It's over us. This is no joke.
He is completely gone at this point.
You're inhuman. No. I'm in touch with humanity. Evelyn, I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm wondering if this is some kind of act of kindness that he's trying to get her out of his life before he does something to her.
What do you want me to do?
Stop making this scene right now.
He's just also incredibly callous, too.
Where are you going?
Just leaving.
But where?
To return some videotapes.
You don't want to know where he's going. And when he doesn't want you to know where he's going, he has to return videotapes.
Here, kitty kitty.
Please do not hurt the cat. For God's sakes. When did he start carrying a gun?
God, what are you doing? Stop that!
We are descending further and further into suspension of reality.
Drop the weapon!
I mean, there's not much way to fake that. Okay. That's not how that... This makes me think this is happening in his head. That's like back in old action movies when all you had to do was shoot at a car and it would explode.
Burning the midnight oil, Mr. Smith?
Mr. Smith. Yeah, this all has to be a fantasy or in his head somehow. Called him Mr. Smith. He's literally killing everybody he encounters. Yeah, he seems like he's doing fine. He doesn't have a wild and crazed look on his face. Also, this building appeared to be identical in the lobby to the one where he just killed those two guys. Is it finally going to all come crashing down, or is he dreaming this? I'm not sure. There are things that definitely seem to be departures from reality.
You're my lawyer, so I think you should know I've killed a lot of people. I killed another girl with a chainsaw. I killed Paul Allen with an axe.
Is he talking to his answering machine? Or is he actually talking to someone on the other end of this phone?
His body is dissolving in a bathtub in Hell's Kitchen.
Okay, so at least we know what happened to Paul Allen's body.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna get away with it.
I don't think you've got away with it any time, based on what's happening here.
I mean, I guess I'm a pretty sick guy. So, I may show up at Harry's bar. Keep your eyes open.
You may show up at Harry's bar. There are literally police looking for you. There are helicopters outside. Is it really possible? I mean, again, it depends on where we are. If that was all imagined somehow, then it's nothing as far as like him getting caught. But like, if he did all of that, how they didn't find him? Going back to the place where he killed all those people, or where all the bodies were anyway, and killed the one woman with the chainsaw. The door was open. Okay. I don't get it. I mean, I might get it, but I'm not sure yet. It has to be... Well, I'm going to save it for the wrap-up, but...
Are you my 2 o'clock?
No.
He's either in the wrong place or...
Paul Allen's place. Doesn't he live here?
No, he doesn't.
Or he very much is more disturbed than we realize, which is saying something.
You saw the ad in the Times?
Yeah, in the Times.
There was no ad in the Times.
I want to know what happened here.
I suggest you go. Don't come back.
I won't.
Who does she think he is? I don't understand her interaction at all there. If she knew who he was, if she knew what was happening, she didn't want him to come back. Almost like she knew what he did, and they covered it up, and she just wanted him to leave it alone.
Don't think I'm gonna make it, Gene. Just say no!
Yeah, we're playing here with where the line of reality is. What's actually happened and what hasn't. Has Patrick killed anybody? Or is it possible that's all been in his head? Also, has Patrick been doing any work during any of this? I mean, you would figure if he's not doing any actual work that people would realize that eventually. Maybe not. I don't know.
He's a changed man, except we still can't get a reservation to save his life.
I'm not going anywhere unless we have a reservation. Listen.
All these people talk about is getting reservations. Reservations, their business cards, their suits, their apartments, all of this stuff. It's all they talk about.
Bateman killing Allen and the escort girls. That's fabulous. That's rich.
What exactly do you mean?
The message you left. By the way, Davis, how's Cynthia? You're still seeing her, right?
He doesn't even know who he is. Called him Davis. He's showing how he's interchangeable with anybody else, basically.
Bateman is such a dork.
And then they badmouth him to him.
I'm Patrick Bateman. I chopped Alan's head off. The whole message was true.
Excuse me. I really must be going now.
It's almost like they're part of this ecosystem that doesn't want to... Like, they don't want anything that disturbs how they function. They just want to keep going with all of these trivial things that they obsess themselves with.
I killed Paul Allen.
I had dinner with Paul Allen twice in London, just 10 days ago.
No, you didn't.
Now, if you'll excuse me.
I mean, to be fair, with how much they mistake each other for different people, I doubt he knows who he had dinner with. But there is something very creepy about, ironically, the stuff going on around Patrick. But she has also uncovered something interesting here. She's looking through his planner. The early pages of his planner are normal, and all of a sudden it descends into this. Was he always like this, or did something happen?
Okay, lie like that.
Now, where do we have reservations at? I mean, I'm not really hungry, but I'd like to have reservations someplace.
Look at them. I mean, it's... I'm not even hungry, but I want to have reservations.
I'm just a happy camper.
There's something weird about the environment, too, beyond any horrible stuff going on with Patrick.
He presents himself as this harmless old codger, but inside
doesn't matter.
That's the thing, is that Patrick doesn't really have anything going on inside. But to be honest, I don't think any of them do either. I don't think they're doing the stuff he's doing necessarily, but they just keep going through the same motions, and none of it means anything.
There are no more barriers to cross. My pain is constant and sharp, and I do not hope for a better world for anyone.
Wow. Are we going to end this with the quote-unquote villain? There's no, justice at the end? He just keeps going?
This confession has meant nothing.
Wow. What a way to end a movie like that. Jeez. Let's try, if we can figure we can make it to it, let's try to go to the wrap-up. Well, I don't know how that's going to come out. The frenetic energy of this movie kind of grabs hold of you at a certain point, you know? Just trying to figure out where solid ground is. I mean, I feel like you do that in any situation where you're watching a story like this. what's real, what's not real, just the kind of basic rules of the universe that you're operating in this story. This was increasingly difficult to figure out in that regard. The detective was asking about Paul Allen. We never saw him again after the meeting they had at lunch. In fact, at the meeting they had at lunch, it looked like he was pinning Patrick down, like that he had no alibi and there was nobody else that could have been involved. And then he just let him off the hook. You had a number of things happening that didn't make sense. He had an apartment, obviously, that he had killed other people at, that he killed the woman he was sleeping with, and then attempted to kill the other woman who ran all the way down the hall, and he managed to kill her anyway. He's running down the hall with a chainsaw. She's screaming, knocking on doors. He's naked, covered in blood, with a chainsaw, and kills her, and doesn't get caught somehow. Doesn't get caught for any of it somehow. Is just consistently more and more falling apart. In the beginning, we're starting to see him, like, we see what he's thinking, the violent and, horrible thoughts that he's thinking toward people, but obviously he's not saying them because the people aren't reacting. But the more disturbing parts almost, beyond that, I mean, those are very, very disturbing, but the parts that kind of took me off guard, or that really left me more perplexed. First of all, that he went back to the apartment and there was nothing there. I don't know if that means someone cleaned it up or if that means that he just imagined it. I have to guess that it means that he imagined it. And if he imagined that, did he imagine all of it? Did he actually not kill anybody? Was it all just twisted and sick stuff that went on in his head and that he believed he did, but he didn't actually do, just because he was that much more detached from reality? Did he actually not kill Paul Allen? That would be the thing, is if in that moment, that guy didn't say he had dinner with Paul Allen in London. If he said he'd had dinner with Paul Allen there, like in New York, I'm assuming they were in New York. Moreover, if Paul Allen had walked in at that moment, somebody that he knows for a fact, at least as far as we saw and as far as he experienced, that he killed, but then all of a sudden he's there. So maybe he didn't. I think all of it's because they want to leave these questions up in the air so we don't really know the answers. But another way to interpret it, and I know that I'm getting into a lot of different things here. I know that there are people who have analyzed this movie over and over and tried to understand all these kinds of different interpretations out of it. There's lots of different theories about this movie. The other idea is that he did commit the murders, but he is a part of this ecosystem that can't allow something like what he's done to exist within it. So it just has to be erased somehow. It just has to be covered up. The way that that woman reacted, the real estate agent, she reacted like she knew who he was and what had happened there, and that it had been covered up, and that she wanted him to leave because they were in the process of trying to make it as though this had never happened. And him being there would have threatened that. Like, the thing you think happened didn't happen. Go back to your life. Never come back here again. And the lawyer, in particular, also at the restaurant. Him taking what Patrick said to him on the phone, the full confession, to be a joke. Not knowing Patrick's name at first, mixing up names. I don't know if that's purposeful or not, to make him feel even more like, hey, people aren't on to me. But even when Patrick, as clearly as he could, looked this guy in the eye and said, no, this is who I am. I'm Patrick Bateman, and I did these things. The guy still refused to believe it. And he said it's because he had dinner with Paul Allen twice in London. Is that another thing like the real estate agent? Like, I am creating an alibi here, or I am creating a way that what you're saying isn't true. Because again, this ecosystem we've created, this kind of toxic business ecosystem we all live in, can't have what you have done existing in it. So we just go to extra crazy lengths to make it as though these things just don't exist here. Even if you're blatantly telling me you've done them, even if you are flat out murdering people, we will just find ways to make it as though it didn't happen. I mean, also ignoring all the people that he has supposedly shot. But again, we get into areas where there are things that detach from reality there too. He straight up shot a doorman, then shot the janitor, then went outside and was shooting at the cops. He killed a number of cops, and then the car blew up, like they did in 80s action movies where you would just shoot at the cars and they would blow up. It leaves you in this place, this unnerving place, and I'm sure this is the point, or at least part of the point, where you don't know what was real and what wasn't. We don't know if he's murdered anyone or not, if it was all in his head or if he's truly a serial killer. But he's in this place with all these other people who in their own ways are just as empty as he is. It almost feels like this purgatory. That guy in particular saying, I'm not even hungry, but I want to have a reservation. It doesn't matter about what he actually wants or needs in his life. It's about, this is the system we live in. I need to be a part of that system. I need to fit in, like Patrick was saying. And I have to live by the rules of this system, whether they make sense or not. Just all about image, just all about success, all about who has the best suits, who has the best business card, who has the reservations to the most fancy restaurant. Even if they don't care about that, even if it's not what they want, it's just, this is the ecosystem we live in, and want doesn't come into it. And they all seem to be as emotionally vacant as he is in some ways. It almost looks like, again, if you say that he didn't kill anybody, and you took everything to be metaphor, it's like his mind desperately trying to feel something. And even if he did kill the people, again, we get into psychology here that I don't know a lot about. It's this thing of somebody unable to feel anything, doing increasingly dramatic and violent and horrific things. Murder and all this other just unspeakable, unforgivable stuff, just in an effort to try to feel something. With this facade of being a person and having actual emotions and beliefs and all this kind of stuff. All this rehearsed stuff you would put out there. I don't know. I feel like I've rambled and I don't know what I've said. I feel like I've tried to process everything I just watched, and I don't know if I'm any closer to understanding what I watched. I feel like I'll need to watch this again and maybe I'll get a greater understanding. But honestly, I don't know. I don't know if I will. And I believe truly that this is the point of the way this movie was made, is for people to feel like this, is to feel unsettled and confused. And just, I mean, that's the psychological, like, mind game of this movie, it feels like. So I guess that's where I have to leave it. One thing I would be interested to know is she finally saw his planner with all that stuff in it. Jean did. She seemed to be kind of one of the only sane ones here, except for the fact that she had this just everlasting infatuation for Patrick, no matter how he treated her. But she was even horrified by what she was seeing there. I would have liked to have seen follow up on what happened with her after that, just to see where that led. But knowing this movie, it just would have led into another confusing wall. I did enjoy this movie, I think. I don't know directly how I feel about it. I don't know if it's something I'll be lining up again to watch soon, but man, was it sure an experience. So I'm going to leave it there. Before I let you go, one more time, I want to invite you to go ahead and check out the Patreon. The full-length reaction to this movie is available over there. Other full-length movie reactions are over there. Full-length exclusive television show reactions, all kinds of stuff. I hope you'll go have a look and consider becoming a patron. Any support you offer over there or over here is always greatly appreciated. And speaking of over here, if you'd be so kind as to go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, click the bell so you can see when I'm putting out new videos. And also a special thank you to my Seen Everything patron, Aunt Vess. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Take care.